What is up, guys? How's it going? My name's Jackal, and we're back to do that thing that we do with Pokemon, and that is beat everyone senseless. Just beat the shit out of them. See that guy? Yeah, we beat the shit out of him too. What does he say? So you want to see my boss? Oh, I do, and I got a key card. I got a key card for it. Alright. It's been a couple days since I played Pokemon, so let's see what we got going here. Who needs a heal? Who needs a Super Po? Nidoqueen. She could use a couple. Yeah, why not? Hope everyone's doing alright today. It is a nice Sunday night, aka Monday morning. Because right now it's about 1:20, about. It was nice, took a nice trip with both of the girlfriends last night. Popped a couple, and yeah, it was a nice fun time last night. Binged BoJack Horseman, season 6, most of season 6. The same way I watched 12 episodes all the other seasons, I did the same with this season. I got 4 episodes for the ending left, but that's going to be something that we handle in the upcoming weeks. But as far as the rest of the night went, it was pretty good. Watched BoJack, watched a little bit of Midnight Gospel, which, you know, while you're tripping is, oh, bro, that show is such an experience. Show is such a wild ride. One of these days I want to just sit there and binge that whole season. I watched like the first, second, and final episode of that show. Bro, it was so good. So good. Alright, what does Giovanni want? For me to beat the shit out of all of his Pokemon like I did the last time? Oh, you have a Nidorino, you say? Interesting. You know, I did have actually quite a weird experience from my trip that I took last night. And it actually kind of made it a funny-ass fucking moment for me. Because, you know, this is definitely not a child-sensitive topic. So this is not meant for children. This is about adults who do adult things with adult mindsets. That's what we do. So, children, this is not for you. But you know, when you take a trip on LSD, it is an 8 to 10 hour ordeal for what you're doing. Like, it is not a small amount of time. Okay, so Earth is super effective on rock. Cool. Excuse me. And Earthquake is strong against you. Excellent. You are so far down this trip. Don't even worry about it. You know, so it is an 8-hour ordeal. And something about it, though, felt wrong. And I couldn't actually describe what it was that was, alright, we're gonna put in, I don't think I've seen anything that needs cut, like, now. Not for a while. So we're going to kind of deal with not having to deal with that for the time being. If I have to come back and get cut, I will. I'll come back and get oddish. Thank you for rescuing all of us. We admire your courage. Thank you. Talk to this guy and see what he says. Hurry up and get me the fuck out of here. And we got the Master Ball. An item that I don't even think I ended up actually using it in the last game. Because, I mean, I don't really track down the legendaries. So, I mean, honestly, the most use I'd have for this in a playthrough that I'm doing would be fucking Snorlax, in all honesty. Which is also fine. Like, you know, you use what you need to do. Fuck it. Especially if I'm dealing with, like, I can only catch it, like, for sure. If I needed a Snorlax in my party, bro, I'm using that shit. Not even playing. Okay, that can go in. Let's see. But yeah, so, you know, it's an 8-hour ordeal. And we took it at probably around... Ooh, I guess that's fine. I don't really use the town map that much. I have Fly, so that kind of takes care of that problem for me. But yeah, long ordeal, so we took it at that time. And even though, you know, that's the time that I took it, something felt off a little bit about the time, because I didn't pay too much attention, and it's not like it's 8 hours exactly and then it's up. Like, there's always a lot of variance. You know, it can be 8 hours, it can be 10 hours, you know, it's a little bit of bubble. A little bit of wiggle room in there, a little bit of elasticity in its zone. So I didn't pay quite attention to the time, really, but something felt weird. And I couldn't figure it out because, you know, obviously the kids were over at their grandparents' house, you know, for the night. Just, you know, one, so that way they're not around any adult activities. And two, because it's good for the kids to spend some, you know, a fucking night at their grandparents' house. Grandparents obviously love having them. You know, it's not like they, I mean, in the year and change that my daughter has been alive, she's only spent the night at her, well, it can happen more now that she's getting older. But before, I mean, like, she's only been away from us for, I think, one night fully before this. So this is only the second night in a year and a half that our daughter has spent the night away from us. Our son, you know, he's older. He's 6. And my stepson is like 15. You know, he's him staying over it, you know, because my younger brother and my stepson are actually the same age, go figure. And because there's a 17-year difference between me and my brother. So we had all the kids out. And just things, just like I said, they felt off. And I couldn't really describe what it was. And I get into my car, and we're on our way to pick up the kids. And my clock's wrong in my car. Now, I actually didn't think anything of it initially, because, I mean, like, your clocks in your cars can get changed, you know, manually, and mine, at least throughout my life, them getting bumped around and the hours getting changed is not out of the ordinary. Happens before. So I saw the clock in my car was wrong, didn't think much of it. But it still felt weird. Like something still felt wrong. And then I got home after we got the kids. After being up all night, obviously, I went to sleep. Because, you know, picking up all the kids took like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And because they were in 2 different locations. So one girlfriend got to stay home and rest. Mama came with me to go get the kids. So we go get my daughter, go get my son and my stepson, and then we come home. I come home, I go to sleep. I wake up, and I'm looking at the clock in our kitchen, and same thing. That clock is an hour off. So all of a sudden, I'm like, wait. And I look up on my phone, and sure enough, last night was daylight savings time. And I didn't realize that it was supposed to be daylight savings time this week. Because especially, you know, working at UPS, working with a lot of people who are like truck drivers and like drivers passing through a lot, you get a lot of notices for them saying like, hey, as a reminder, what's it called? How do I put it? As a reminder, daylight savings time is either starting or ending. Make sure you set your clocks forward, backward, whatever given amount of time. So I had one second. Alright, sorry, I just wanted to check the gym layout because I'm not doing this randomly this time, but I basically figured out, because I feel like I remember hearing this tip real quick as a tangent, that in this gym, as long as you go either up or down from the teleporter that you are on, you will always find your way out. And it also gets me to all seven what's it called? Trainers. Sorry, I'm going to be talking a lot because, you know, like I said, I was on some stuff yesterday, so you get the member berries, and talking and playing aren't good. Sabrina in this gym will be beaten today, though. Don't you worry about that. But, you know, a little bit less content here at the start. But yeah, no, it was daylight savings time, and usually we get a notice about it through work, and it was just the weirdest feeling to take a hallucinogen and walk in one time frame and exit out a different time frame and have no idea of it. Because actually, I remember this happening on another one that I've done. This one I had done by myself. I have done it when you set the clocks backwards. But I remember knowing ahead of time that that was going to be the case. Not weird. Not weird at all. Not weird in the slightest. It's not like this is a mystical, magical substance that makes, like, everything surreal. If I know that the clocks are going to be setting back, then I'm usually just going to pay attention to the time and be like, ooh, the clock's set back, and then pay attention to whatever else I'm doing. That's it. But to walk around for, like, nearly 12 hours, wondering, like, the sun felt like it was coming up at a different time from what my phone was saying, and I wasn't really paying attention at, like, when the sun was rising, because I felt like that it was a little darker a little later in the morning, because usually around the time that it's sunrise, I'm going out on break, so it was a little weird. It was just a fucking bizarre, trippy experience that I was just like, oh, all right. I need to go top right. If not, I could just look right back at the map. All right. Electrode, I like this matchup right here. I like this matchup indeed. Yeah. Two of the same Pokemon. That is great. Same weaknesses and all. I don't have to change a thing. Wow. Now see, I feel like Slowbro would be a great fucking Pokemon. The game's tragic downfall is obviously that this is like a psychic gym. Now that doesn't mean that, like, obviously most psychic Pokemon aren't weak to fucking lightning, but I just mean that, like, the propensity for, like, a trainer here to have multiple Psyducks or multiple Slowpokes and Slowbros and Golducks, I guess, you know, if they had one of those. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, bottom left. But obviously, you know, a gym in here is going to have a higher chance of having two Slowpokes and shit like that in a team just because... I blinded him just long enough for Electro to get the fuck out of there. Was that physical? Well, it is now. It's not going to be super effective, but hit him with as high highest psychic attack as I can. Especially because he just keeps hiding his fucking physical defense like a dick. There we go. Well, Kadabra, I'm definitely going to use you. Headbutt. That is fucking cute. But, you know, that was just a weird experience, because, like... I would like to try, you know, obviously, you know, for reasons. Okay, bottom left. Even though I feel like I was saying top left and top right before as the wrong one. But whatever. But I always want to try, like, other substances because I'm always hearing about how, you know, certain substances make people see, you know, supernatural things. Because, like, listen, I enjoy my times. I think they're fun. And there's a part of me that when people talk about, you know, because it's not like we all haven't heard about the person who has fucking gone and... You're being a fucking cock, is what you're being. We all know the person who's, like, taken some sort of hallucinogen and has been like, oh, I saw, you know, whatever religious figure that I believe in now. You know, we've all heard it before. And there is a part of me that obviously, especially having been religious when I was younger, there's a big part of me that understands that and understands, like, what they are feeling when they say that that's what they're feeling. Like, I get... Okay, top right. I understand the feeling that they're trying to evoke when they're talking about that. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm very lucky. Alright, well, I have plenty of awakenings. I'm just not going to listen to the fucking song. Next time I will listen to the song when a Pokemon falls asleep. Good thing Electrode is fast. Cool. Sonic Boom. But no, I get the feeling that people are talking about when they say they feel shit like that, but like, I'm here to tell you guys, it is not true. When you are on a substance and you start to feel something, like, if I am on, now just because I say I have experience with this one, and I would rather use, okay, bottom right, I would rather use a different substance. But let's say psilocybin, the active ingredient in mushrooms. Let's say that I were to take psilocybin for the first time, because it is a different drug, so the way that it affects you is going to be different. And let's say I take it and I start to have an experience with what I may consider something supernatural. My first order of business, whenever I feel like I have encountered something like that, especially when I feel like that when I'm on drugs, my usual first order of business is reminding myself that I'm on drugs. I said I would play the flute, so, you know, as promised. It's very rude to try to put me asleep twice in a row. Ooh, I forgot I was confused on top of it. I hate that confused isn't a fucking thing. Like, as a status that it shows me. Fucking dickhead shit. But yeah, I've never had any encounters that I feel like are like that. Because I'm very quick to remind myself, oh yeah, you don't really feel that because of this. You're on a substance. It's not unlocking truth in any sort of way. It'll definitely make you reflect on shit. I forgot which way I said I had to go. Alright, nope, I went the right way. You and I are Pokemon shall fight. Cool. Fucking weirdo. Should be top left. I am not a super fan of these ghost battles. Because at least the other fucking psychic Pokemon I can actually use physical attacks on. Y'all, I cannot. And Electrode isn't really suited for some of the psychic Pokemon in here, like Kadabra and Alakazam and shit in here. Ones that traditionally have lower defense because, unfortunately, his physical attack does fixed damage, which actually makes me wonder. Ooh boy, makes me wonder if Sonic Boom works. Even though it's normal, it does work on ghosts. Oh, that's a trade-off. It can't take advantage of enemies who traditionally have weaker... You're a dick. who generally have weaker defenses, but also these ghost Pokemon that normally I can't lay physical or normal attacks on, I can with you. That is very handy. That's very handy indeed. Alright, and I believe this should be the last trainer, and then we just go up and down until we eventually find our way to Sabrina. That is how it should go from here on out. Okay, you are asleep and therefore not of help to me right now. Let's get Firo in. Firo hasn't gotten to fucking slap some bitches. Yeah, sorry, confusion is just an asshole move. Yeah, Mama's not too much of a fan, though, of, she enjoys, the trips, but she doesn't really like, just sitting and watching TV. Like, it's just not for her. So I think the next time we do it, we're gonna instead have much more of a music-oriented night. Which, obviously, with all the music and shit that I talk about, when it comes to different bands or how I think about things, I have no problems having an entire 8 hours where I just listen to music. Even if I eventually got to put on headphones and not listen to whatever the girls are listening to. Yep. There we go. Because girlfriend number 2, she, usually she'll listen to music, like if I'm listening to music, or if my old roommates would be doing a light show, like doing gloving. So she would generally she would be listening to music like that, but never like on a trip would she be like listening to music. And she likes a lot of like really fucking terrible country music. But, you know, she loves it, and that's fine. But she had a time where like she actually was like just looking at a picture of something and just had music playing. And she was like, that's the first time I really like sat and listened to music. And I'm like, well, obviously not in life. She's done that many times where she's just sat and listened to music, but never like that. And I told her, I was like, yeah, there's a reason why that, you know, especially when my roommates would play EDM, you know, on a trip. And though the kind of EDM they would listen to was very psychedelic and very trippy, and not like, it was dance music, but not, it wasn't dance music, if you know what I'm saying. Like there was a beat, and if you could dance to it. Like that's how they performed to it, like, yes, but it's a level beyond that. And it's stuff that I generally am still not going to listen to. But at least then I can, like, understand, like, why it's appealing. Like, I get it. But, you know, while they're doing that, I'll have my headphones on and I'll be listening to like something else entirely and just stare at the album artwork the whole time and just stare. I love it. I love doing it so much. Like that here. Now there's a death metal artist who I mean actually he was, but the kind of music that he makes ranges from everything from death metal to fucking like super soft alternative rock. Like whatever it is, like this stuff here, he did these 3 solo albums. There were 3 pieces: Mythical, Human, and Vessel. Obviously, all together, Mythical, Human, Vessel. Very hippy dippy sounding shit. It's just, for the most part, him, his acoustic guitar, singing, and there will be these robotic noise effects that will be playing during it. And I remember one of the first trips I had listening to his music was staring at this. Now, this is very simple artwork. Like, it is not complicated. It is not crazy. It is not none of those things. It is not none of them. But, like, here. It will be sounds like this. Quick for no copyright. Just noise like this. I'll turn it a little louder. All right. We don't want to be taking other people's music. We're not about that here. We're not doing that. I just wanted to show an example of what I was talking about. But all 3 of those albums are 20 minutes of guitar, singing, and those like kind of like ambient electronic noises are playing for 20 minutes in the background. But then the last 20 minutes is a track that's just that background noise louder and isolated. And so in total, it's a 40-minute album, and I sat there listening to that, and the rest of it is, like I said, it's guitar and singing. But I sat there and listened to that shit, just awestruck. You know, not very intense music, very calm, very soothing, but powerful. The dude is just a phenomenal artist. Main band he is known for heading is the band Cynic, which plays everything from death metal to like hard rock, but all very technical. He's also made, like I said, acoustic rock albums. He's made like soft alternative rock. I mean, the dude does it all. He's a boss. I had visions of your arrival. I've had psychic power since I was a child. I first learned to bend spoons with my mind. It was a big thing in the 90s. I dislike fighting, but if you wish, I will show you my power. I wonder with all of her psychic wisdom if she was able to foresee the ass beating that she was about to receive. I don't think she did. Alright, it's unfortunate that you... It's unfortunate that you are not. Okay, we're going to take advantage of those physical defaults here. Physical faults. Alright, slash because it seems to crit more. See what I'm saying? Venomoth, I can make deal with that. Firo can also make deal with that. Yeah, Firo, get in there and get you some. Psychic ass bug. Fuck out of here. That's right, buddy. That's right. Ooh. Please. He's a fucking demon. Fucking beast. Oh my god. Oh my god. We got the Marsh badge. I don't know what a marsh has anything to do with these Pokemon or the theme here, but cool. I remember Psywave being not that great a fucking move. Maybe there was just like a secret mechanic to it that I just didn't understand. Alright, cool. Let's get back to the entrance here. Just go up and down the way that the way that we're lined up here. There we go. Out and away. Alright. We did it. Not too bad, folks. Not too bad. Ooh, you know what? Let's heal first. And then I'll reward myself. Because I always try to look at it. I'm sure between the two playthroughs, I'm sure I've forgotten at least once or twice. But for the most part, I know I don't forget, because now, at least of the 3 Pokemon generations that I'm aware of, you are always able to do this. Always. I don't believe it'll be any different at any point in the near future. But all of the Pokemon games give you the ultimate dopamine rush. This one for the Pokedex is only for the people who are intense. They don't count. But for the most of us, just this is what it is all about right there. Oh, when you see that next badge lined up on there. Feels so good. But yep, that's a wrap, guys. That's it for today. We're saving. I'm not fucking up again and doing that. Hopefully that thing has not been beeping a lot and annoying the shit out of you guys. If not, we're just chilling in my car because it's still winter outside and babies and girls are all sleeping. So, it is what it is. But we did it. 6 down, 2 more to go. And other than the Seafoam Islands and like the mazy bullshit I gotta do to get out of there, after that, those last 2 gym badges are fucking pop. Those 2 go one right into the other. So basically, once I'm able to get the 7th badge, I'm able to get the 8th badge right after. So yeah, we are very soon coming to a close on this game, and that is both bittersweet and exciting, because after that I'm probably going to give myself about a 6-month Pokemon rest, and we're going to be attempting our Nuzlocke after that. So we got a lot of exciting times ahead of us. But that's it for today, guys. Till next time, I'm actually going to record something new and exciting after this. So till then.